Right now I'm going through a lot. Nobody could tell other than kind of my face being kind of red. But it's like in those moments when I'm able to release, oh, I'm releasing. So I released, and I didn't write a single thing. You could tell, and that's what I think bothered some people the most, because some people have this, structured God complex like thing about rules. That's why I always emphasize I'm a pirate. I don't care about rules. I don't play by people's rules. You can go by the rules. I don't. So, like, what? And did it work? If it sucked, no one would like it. And
So tell me a little bit about yourself. I like, what is your background and when did you get into music?
so, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, originally, and I was born and raised there. So my godparents are Ann Peoples and Don Bryant. So a famous blues singer, a famous gospel singer. And so I've been in music my entire life, whether it be from church or from you know what I'm saying, church. And my mom was also, she used to be a producer. My entire life has just been music and art, because originally I was a visual artist. I used to do comic books, illustrate, paint, do that. And I was also an athlete. So I played basketball, volleyball, I did shot put and discus. And but music just never left. I used to do poetry as well. So I started off as a poet, to be honest. And then music just would always follow me. It followed me. A great example is middle school. I remember I studied super hard, was practicing all summer, because I went to a performing arts school 6th grade year. So we had to audition for our majors or whatever. We had to sit in something. So I remember I practiced. They made us draw our hand. It took me like 45 minutes to an hour to draw my hand. I was so nervous. And when I got to school the first day, my paper said I am in music. And then in high school, I forced it. I was like, it was like I had to do sports. That's how I got away from it. Anytime I do art, music would always come up. And then in college, I remember I went to Texas Southern. I was looking for I went to Lemoyne College first, and that's when I was still hooping. But then when I started going to Texas Southern University, I was looking for the art table. And then this dude was like, hey, come here. You can sing. I have anxiety, so I just started singing. And then he was like, you're going to do art. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. My bad.
Welcome back.
Good. So yeah, so basically, long story short, I went to meet him. He's a famous jazz musician. And he put me in art theory. Well, no, I'm sorry, music theory, jazz ensemble, choir. I switched up my schedule a little bit, but it just didn't work. And so when you hit that 25 and life just switches. So I hit that 25-year-old mark, and life just kind of did a good little 1-2 on me. And I was like, well, maybe we should start rapping. I remember telling my ex that, and he was like, why? I was like, well, I've always been good at poetry. We could just see where it go. And then so we went from rapping in the car, in his Honda, in my grandma's house, to where I am now. Because I done broke up with him, the band, all that shit got disbanded. You know how that goes. So I done been through a whole bunch of different stories. But that's basically how I got to the now. And since my background, my family, they do community service and it's social work. So I grew up, my grandmother was over an adoption agency. My mom was an assistant. So my whole life was doing talent shows, going to trips with the kids, doing special extracurricular activities that involve, enrichments and stuff like that, because the kids were doing it and my mom had to watch me. So it all kind of worked out. So that's why now that translates to me being able to do music and community service, and kind of found this cool little way to mold it all into one.
That's dope. It's very dope. That's very cool. That pretty much it sounds like you've been prepped your whole entire life to be in the space that you're in right now.
Basically.
Yeah, which is dope. Yeah, that kind of makes me think. So, how did you transition from going to talent shows and community outreach to then building your own events?
So my sister, when I was younger, I forgot if it was Southside or which high school. It was a very bad high school, and I'm from Memphis, so it's wilding. But my sister used to be the MC, so she used to host. So that's why I'm good at hosting. I used to actually have anxiety. Like I said, I have anxiety, but my grandma was an etiquette teacher, so she taught me how to publicly speak. And so all that base, like you said, trained me. So when I came out here, I'm fresh off of a breakup, and I'm talking about as we transition to where I am now. I'm fresh off a breakup, fresh off of like kind of like when Luffy lost his first crew type deal. That's really where I was at. I had lost everything type deal, and my ex at the time really kind of did a good one on me because I was naive when we was together. So I was just giving and giving and giving. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't messed up financially, but I lost my apartment. I lost everything. I was sleeping from couch to couch. And I remember I had met my daughter's father. And at one point, I just wanted to start doing music. So I started to go to certain open mics. That they only had one open mic out here for real. And so I went to that open mic. It was cool. But eventually, that's when I realized I don't like to do like the industry back and forth. I was learning who I was as an artist. So I was like, I started to go to this other open mic that was more hip hop based and freestyle based. And I started freestyling. Again, like I said from the jump, freestyling is where I started. So at this freestyling open mic, I decided, that's when I took my time to start freestyling. And I started getting better, and I started, you know what I'm saying, just started doing more. I started showing up, and I was going to these other places. And from what people tell me, I'm a great performer. So as I kept going and kept improving and kept showing up, everything was just, you know what I'm saying, it just came to this build up. And the whole time that I was on the come up, I was pregnant. So that was another aspect of it. So I was doing all of this with a child. And then I got introduced to this, one guy introduced me to himself one day and was like, he trying to host a female open mic. But I don't really trust people. So it took him like 3 or 4 times to ask me. And then after he asked me and I said, it's okay, it took me a whole nother month to like really like, because I didn't want to really, I didn't know him like that. I didn't know what he was trying to envision. I didn't know if it was real. So when I found out it was real, I came and hosted the female night. I did so well. Now he, you know what I'm saying, well, you can be the MC of Justin Period. So that came about, and I just started to transcend from there, and not just through the open mic, but because whenever with the open mics and stuff, like I said, I get opportunities, and any and every opportunity I took, and I did phenomenal. So people, like, I know a lot of people that, like, when they're first coming up, it was like a whole, you know, you got to pay me, I wasn't on that. I used to do whatever, if I could get on the stage, I'm going to do it. As long as you're not disrespectful or weird to me. So I was just putting myself out there. Wherever I could go, I would put myself out there, and that's kind of where it came. And then at one point, I remember as an artist, again, I'm not into this whole industry thing. It's just like the whole, I'm trying to be with celebrities. Don't get me wrong. I love Key Glock. I love my celebrities. I'm a 90s baby. So, you know, most of us were raised to be celebrities or whatever, like the mentality. So I always wanted to be, I'm sorry, I'm kind of sick, but I always wanted to be something. But it was like I never wanted to, because again, I was raised in the industry. So one thing that my godmom and goddad will always emphasize is, if you do ever get in the industry, you do have to realize that things are different. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what route you go. And I learned growing up that means you're gonna basically have to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? You can either put your own stuff, like put your work into somebody else's hands, or take your own work and put it into your own. Because I think my godparents had a moment of independence where they transitioned into independence. So it was like, I never wanted no, and plus I'm a rebel, so I never wanted to give anybody too much of my creativity because my art is personal to me because I'm a visual artist. Like at my core, I'm a visual artist, so I'm very sensitive about my art. So I never just wanted it to be just a commodity to make for somebody else's pockets. I wanted it to resonate with people. I wanted to actually say things. So I had to make a decision. Did I want to go the pay to play route or did I want to try my independence? You know what I'm saying? And basically everything's pay to play, but there is a difference in that. Like now I'm on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be able to be work because I could get signed. People was trying to sign me and do all this, but it was like the deals weren't, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't
making sense.
Yeah, the math wasn't mathing.
Exactly.
So I decided I wanted to be independent. And when I made that move, that's when I decided to go into my background of my mom and my family of community service and, philanthropy. And like, I noticed out, because I'm very observant. So one thing I did notice out here is that there was no safe spaces for rappers. None. Not one. And so I was like, okay, because with the other open mics I've been to, I never want to compete. I always want to compliment. So when it came to the open mics that were already a thing, I wanted to build an ecosystem rather than trying to reinvent the wheel. Like, this person can have their open mic, I can have my open mic, this person can have their open mic, this person can have their open mic. We all can exist, so everybody has somewhere to go. Because it was a lot of artists out here, and I'm like, I can't be the only one. Everybody has to be here in order for this ecosystem to actually be created, and we can become a self-sustaining community. Because Denver doesn't really, they don't really have a scene. I'm just gonna say their music scene is a little, because I'm from Memphis, we have a large music scene.
Yes, I kind of grew up in Florida over
yeah, so here. Florida has one too.
It has a massive scene.
Yeah, so here it's not like that. That's what I say. So I'm like, so how can I help build it to be something? So when people come out here, it's not just you coming out here to smoke weed or go hiking. You actually could come out here for music stuff.
Yeah.
So I had to go against the grain a lot. I did have to go against a lot of people because I didn't know the principles that were set in place before little old Monty decided to come and tell people, hey, you should treat artists with respect. And so with that, I never had to really do too much. Like, I did my music. I kept continuing to build not only my brand, but my music. So my music got better. I got better. Everything I was doing just got better. And I just keep going my way. That's how I got.
She who won't be named,
Yeah.
Very cool that like everything you're doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Resonates well with me. I wanted to ask you a little bit about Inner Circle. Can you tell me a little bit about your event?
So Inner Circle is an open mic. I call it the exclusive open mic experience. Literally, we have a whole, when I'm signing up for stuff, but literally it's because I do what I want. And like I said, I wanted to build an ecosystem. So a safe space for artists. And what makes us different is I have community discussions. And with the community discussions, we create a dialogue from week to week, unless I got a competition or something. So I'm still perfecting, but we have a dialogue every week where I ask real questions like, Paz, how are you feeling? How do y'all think that we can improve this? And then everybody can talk to one another, kind of break that ice instead of us only seeing each other online and talking to each other online. We can actually have a space as rappers. So that's the problem. We have spaces to talk, but you can't you can't speak as a musician, especially as a rapper. You're like the bottom below the trash can out here if you're a rapper. So I wanted to create a space that it was, and since my open mic has been in Westward and the publications and stuff, it actually is I've established a safe space for artists. So I just wanted to be a safe space where we could talk. And then with the talent wise, I wanted to, again, do what people weren't. I want to respect the artist. I want to show people that you can respect the artist and still get down. Yes, you're gonna have people that do what they do, but at the core of Inner Circle, it's all about respecting the artist and their craft, because I'm not the only person that's sensitive about my music. To do art is to really show vulnerability, and people really do be afraid to, to get out there. And I used to be very shy as a kid, So I want people to be able to express themselves, to be okay with being who they are. If you're a little weird, it's cool. If you're not, it's cool. We don't. If you cool, it's cool. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be and coexist in this space. And because I'm great at what I do. Fuck good, I'm great at what I do. I know a lot of people, and because like I told you, I did everything, so I know a lot of people. So people want to come through because you get show love. Like I celebrate people's birthdays. Like I think we've had 6 first birthdays at Inner Circle. Like I don't care. I don't. What are you talking about? Yes, I'm the owner. Who gives a fuck? We're gonna celebrate your birthday. How do you want to celebrate? You know what I'm saying? Do you not celebrate your birthday? Do you just want me to give you a shout out? Do you want us to sing happy birthday? Do you want a cake? In the community, I love my people so much at Inner Circle because they will literally, it don't just be me. They'll do it. Like one time, one of the homies, Neat, he had his birthday coming up. This girl hit me up. Can I bring a cake? Fuck it, bring the cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bring the cake type shit. You know what I'm saying? And they brought the cake. They had the candles. And then when he got there late. I never understood why he got there late. I know now. He got there late. And then when he got there, you know what I'm saying? I gave him a shake. I drink champagne, so I gave him some champagne, gave him a bottle, you know what I'm saying? We was chilling and shit. And then they pulled out the cake, saying happy birthday. And he called me the day, like he cried and shit. He called me the next day. He was like, Monty, dead ass, I've never celebrated my birthday before. He was like, that was my first birthday celebration. He said, to be honest, I was cussing my girlfriend out for saying we was going there. He said, I didn't even want to go. He said, but for you to do that, he said, you really just did it. I was like, yeah, like you deserve to be celebrated because we all deserve to be celebrated. I don't care because I'm not the most like affectionate person, so I have to show love in different ways. And that's how I show love, by just being my authentic self. And like what people wouldn't do because of their ego, I don't really deal with that. Because what you gonna do, call me lame because I celebrate somebody's birthday? And I'm 34. What do I care about being lame to somebody? It's like high school. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to next gen, it tells me that you're thinking about like your legacy and what do you want like younger artists to learn about being on stage and being ready for performances.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, you dive into like history, professionalism, self-worth, and community equity. No, community etiquettes. There you
Etiquette.
go.
Oh, okay.
Just like what you've got taught by your people
Grandma.
in your life, you know, and your grandma. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about this program, Next Gen.
So Next Gen is my youth program, my youth initiative, because like I started working for Rap Lab in Manual High School with Dr. Kalonji, and it was just Molin too. Shout out to Molin, but it was talking to the kids. Again, I'm observant. I'm watching every single one of these kids. I'm not in high school. My daughter's 4. I'm not from here, so it's not like I have a reason to go into high schools.
Yeah.
So now that I'm here, I did do a couple of things with DCI too, during the Inspired to it, where I was around kids, but to be around them in their environment, I asked them questions about Denver. They didn't know anything. I asked them questions here. They didn't know nothing. I asked them about history here. They didn't know nothing. So I thought about it. How could I help these kids find some type of self-worth and something to be proud of being from Denver? Because people don't like Memphis, you know, when you're from Memphis. So, you know, all of us go through that. But I know Memphis ingrained that in our head, our history. We always learned our history. We always knew what ground we were standing on. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And the thing that separated most intelligent people are people who had any type of sense, were the people who knew versus the ones who didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been about building like self-esteem because that's how I was raised and stuff. And I know the kids are the future. But it's like they should know the history, because Denver, as I learned their history, I learned it's a lot of history. I want them to know their history. I want them to know what ground they stand on, who's been here before you and me. Because I'm trying to make sure I'm even, you know what I'm saying, inventing things, because nothing's new under the sun. So it's like, I'm learning, and my daughter from here now. So she gotta look, we gonna know about this place. she gonna know about where she from, so she won't be lying saying, because me and her dad are from two cool places. Her dad is from California, I'm from Memphis. So as a kid, that would be I'm from Cali actually. I'm from Memphis actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you from here.
I've definitely used the Jamaican card.
You did what I'm saying? You did what I'm saying? So,
no, you're from London. Stop.
Yeah. Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? But stuff like that. So when I created it, and then I'm like, well, with my background, I want to honor my grandmother and the things that I saw growing up, not just from her, but everybody, all the adults that I knew. Because my Uncle Marcus, he has a church, Kingdom Living Outreach Ministries. And I just wanted to like put my world out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff that we do back home. My people do back home. You know what I'm saying? We throw events like this. I didn't even know that my folks was curators for real. Now I get it, but it was like they threw events like this. So you can come get free food. We have a live band that accompanies the kids because not many kids are able to be accompanied by a live band. Not many adults are able to be accompanied by a live band. Yeah. So I'm blessed to know so many beautiful musicians. Interpolation, that's with Ray Hayden, Gabe, Peyton, Jay Cynical, also Ruby. I know a bunch of musicians, but that's our band for Next Gen. And then we have a DJ, which is Max the Outlaw. He's from here. So that's what's crazy. Like, it's like a beautiful mix of people who are local and transplants, because I think our band is like 90%, if not including the DJ, I think it's 90% local. Everybody in that band is from Denver except for Ray, who's from the Dominican Republic in New York. You know what I'm saying? And then the cooks, I had two of them, Opulent Root, who cooks outside of Fifth. Shout out to Fifth Coffee Shop. They know I love them. Shout out to Opulent Root. But he's from here. And then, but I also have Ella Cartier, who makes like the samosas and stuff like that. She's from Sudan. And so the place that we throw it at is cool because Apprentice. What's her name, sorry? Ella Cartier. Ella. It's like it's she got another name. Okay. She has another name. It's definitely Arabic. It's not like I can't say it, so I ain't trying to be disrespectful. So yeah, but we just call her Ella. So we got her, and then at Apprentice of Peace you have Ronnie, who I think is from here, and then GC, she is from Venezuela, or let me not say that, but she's Spanish. You know what I'm saying? She's not from here either. Type deal. And then everybody else is just kind of this awesome collective of showing how transplants can be respectful to where you at. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll always be from Memphis. I have it all now, but I still respect Denver, because without Denver, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always gonna shut it down. Memphis everywhere I go. So I wanted to just create a place where it's okay for them to, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna celebrate Denver. This is how I celebrate Denver. Again, I have to find ways to say I love you. And that's my way of telling Denver I love you. Like, dead serious. Like, I want to help the kids. I want to help the ones that's coming up, because I'm probably the best person for them to meet anyway, because I host an open mic. I'm in the scene and stuff. And that's why I want them. I bring people from I bring all types of people from the scene. I bring everybody. So I'll bring rappers, I'll bring artists, I'll bring poets, I'll bring entrepreneurs, I'll bring people like Dr. Kalonji, Brother Jeff, people who actually doing stuff out here. Miss Black Colorado is supposed to be there. She gonna come to the next one. You know what I'm saying? And as it grows, it's definitely becoming a lot, but like a lot. Like, it's becoming a lot of things, but I'm blessed because at its core, that's all I want. It was just a seed anyway. So I never knew what kind of seed it was. Who knew it'd be a big ass oak tree? I didn't. But it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we chilling. And yeah, it's been a blessing. It's really cool. And this next one ain't rushing. So it's coming. July, I have Aurora Fashion Week. So if all that still goes through, then I'll just have to wait until August like I did last time, or I might just have to push one to the end of July or June. But I'm trying to figure it out. But it's
that's what's up. Where do you find the time to manage? That's the next question. Where do you find the time to manage like life, your events, your community? How do you find a balance in all of this? And then also have a presence on social media.
Weed. I don't know.
Sorry, a better question. Is this you pretty much pulling most of this by yourself, or do you
Yes.
have somewhat of a little bit of a team?
No. I have homies. Like, okay, so when it comes to planning the events, that's me. That's me.
Okay.
And then I extend my resources. Really, all I do is I call somebody, hey, can I throw this? Yeah, I'm gonna throw it. I know promotion. I don't put nothing on nobody. So promotion and everything is on me. So I wouldn't say necessarily a team, but I do have a group of people that when I do stuff, can I come on your podcast? Can I come here? Can I do da? So I put them on by myself. But that's why that's why I'm a community-based person. That's why I pour into the community, because they pour back. So yes, I do it by myself. How I find the time, I have no clue. I got a 4-year-old too. I swear, I just smoke and I just go.
And then just straightforward.
I work like so. Wiz. Thank God I found Wiz when I was growing up, because I wasn't smoking when I was growing up. I didn't smoke till I was 19, 20. So where other people were getting lazy and smoking, I worked and I smoked. So, like, you know, some people, they can't do it. I get it. Like, everybody can't do everything, but I can. So, but on a professional answer, I guess it's just, I try to keep myself grounded too. Like, as I learned, many of us as kids growing up in the U.S., we did, especially down south, we don't believe in things like mental things. You just get up and you work. But as I learned about it, I learned about how I have to always. I learned how I have to, you know what I'm saying? I you know, all of us slip and stuff like that. But, you know, I do what I do. I pray. I use my ancestors a lot. I like whatever my ancestors did. Because my grandma, she was a woman that had a bank account before women were allowed to have bank accounts. My grandma was a boss. So it's like, if she could do it in the 1950s, 60s, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that shit in 2026. Exactly. People have died for my rights and shit already.
What it's sounding like is that you had the right pillars in life. So you got into a little bit of
yes, I did. I got to that.
You got into a little bit of battle like cypher. So tell me about that experience.
That one was little, but I never wanted to battle rap. You talking about the battle rap for real?
Yeah, the battle rap. Yeah.
I never wanted to battle rap, but because I always thought I was too sensitive. It's like, I'm gonna beat somebody up, you know. And then my first battle rap was Who Got the Juice, and they had Charlie Clips and MC Natural there. It was a lot of people there, and I did great. I did great. All the anger that was within me, I learned. Because as a host and a rapper, at the end of the day, you still have to hold a certain decorum. You know what I'm saying? So as a battle rapper, though, I can literally, my job is to say fuck you. Oh, I love that. So, and I'm an athlete, so I'm hella competitive. So it's like, whoa, I can talk shit and then people not be mad after. Some people, but you know what I'm saying? For the most part, it's respected like a motherfucker. And so when I first did that shit in front of Charlie Clips and MC Natural, they was like, oh no, you got that. They're like, you that. Don't ever forget that shit. Like, you that. I got their numbers and everything. Like, don't never forget that you are her. Call me immediately. So it's just like, that went from that. And because I like battle rapping so much, I want to battle. Like, we can't find a way to battle you. Fuck it. I called up an old enemy. I said, well, call this dude up. See, if he'll accept, I promise you, I will make this battle worth your while. He been ducking for like a year. He had did a whole bunch of hot stuff, did some stuff to my best friend at the time, and just did all this crazy stuff just to attack me. And he went into hiding, and I couldn't find him. So I was like,
no, you have to show up for your crimes.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh no. So I was like, this is what I waited for, because I never said too much. And I always it don't matter. I've been through so much, but people would never know, because I don't say that. I don't go online and do, well, you guys, this is what happened to me. Or I don't get on there slobbing and angry. I don't do none of that. I post anime memes and funny shit. I make it seem like I'm not even a rapper sometimes on my story. And then, you know what I'm saying? You would never know what I'm doing. You know what I want you to know. Because the thing about social media is, we're going to get into that, but we'll get into that. Anyway, so, long story short, he called him. He accepted. He thought that he took that year off. He thought he was a new man. He thought he was about to come get me. But it's like, I told him that on the thing. I said, so if you did so much changing, why you think I ain't did no change? Because everybody like that don't like me love to say I stay the same. Yeah, because I'm going to always be me. I'm going to always be me. See, unlike y'all, I don't put, like, you know how most artists have a character?
Yeah.
I'm actually I'm not anti other personality, you know, like alter ego. Yeah. I'm anti alter ego because I believe you are who you are. Be who you are. Why you can't be who you are? I know for some, you know, they got to, but I don't believe in gimmicks. So, because you have to put on a front because of the person you are, I'm not going to change. I'm always going to be this person. But at the same time, I'm always doing things that elevate you. On the other end, how do you know I haven't changed? How do you know I haven't started doing yoga and learning? Because I know you read books now and play chess. I was dating this dude though. I mean, I like to date men that help me learn new things. So yeah, he was playing chess, he was reading books. I was playing chess, I was reading books. Why not? Like, are those bad things? So it's like, but basically, like, you know, he thought I had this new ego about me. I'm not a conventional chess player. Him. So, you know what I'm saying? I just was laughing. So I let him do all that talking, all that woofing, all that. Ooh. And I thought I was going to be calmer than I did. And then I saw him and I was like, oh, you're going first. It's been a year. I want to hear what you say. So he tried to switch up the rules and all that. See, the thing with people is they talk too damn much. They talk too much and they always moving with their ego. So he changed the rules about 2-3 times. He done made the organizer mad. And I told the organizer, look, this ain't my show. This is your show. I know when I'm not the headliner or important. I'm important, but I know when something ain't mine. And I'm okay with that. What do you want us to do time-wise? Yeah, it don't really matter. Okay, so I'll say this. I said, give him the 3 rounds. I'm not going to say time because it's been so foggy now. I think it was like, he wanted to do like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, all this shit. I said, tell him we could do 3 rounds, 260 seconds, 130 or some shit like that. 290 seconds, 130 or 230 seconds, 190, some shit like that. I said, if he bitch or say anything else like, no, I want this, this, and this, tell him I will only do 1 round. He's like, all right, I'm going to hit you right back. He hit me about a couple hours later. Okay. Basically, he couldn't figure it out, so we just gonna do the 1 round. He agreed to just do 1 round. I told you what you said. 1 round, 90 seconds. I'm like, say less. So then, we got there. He didn't rap long enough. Oh, okay. And so he didn't have any shock value. Plus, it was okay. Like he said some stuff about Memphis. He had a couple of bars in there that was nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hate on him. It wasn't like it was terrible, but all that like all that bullshit it's me. Wrong person. So once it was my turn, and the funny thing about me is it's like all of it just comes out like when I'm like in the moment. I can really be chill. Like right now I'm going through a lot. Nobody could tell other than kind of my face being kind of red. But it's like in those moments when I'm able to release, I'm releasing. So I released and I didn't write a single thing. You could tell. And that's what I think bothered some people the most, because some people have this, you know, structured God complex like thing about rules. That's why I always emphasize I'm a pirate. I don't care about rules. I don't play by people's rules. You can go by the rules. I don't. So, like, what? And did it work? If it sucked, no one would like it. About it, like, they knew our battle, but nobody ever really seen it. Unless, like, if you saw the Who Got the Juice battle, you knew that shit was like, folks was like, oh, I'm talking about that shit was like 2 or 3 years ago. People still talking about me from that. So now that I have a new video, they're like, oh, he's still doing it. I'm like, bro, I just be trying to battle, bro. Like, I love it. And it's like, I want to get to a point. And I'm saying this on your shit right now. So if and when I get big, you got it. I really do want to get to a point though to where I'm actually writing my battles. Actually, at least not right, but I feel like I do have this sense about me that is very unorthodox on some ODB shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's real raw. The only reason that it works in the battle rap field because it's raw, it's rugged, and it's real. A lot of people hate that people have an emotional connection to me. That's not my fault. What's up?
What got you to like have this mindset?
When I first got my first bad comment, I'll never forget it. Somebody was like, "What the fuck is this?" And instead of arguing, it was when I was in a group, and instead of arguing with them, I asked them, "Why you say that?" I've always asked the question why. I don't know. My mom was like, "You always ask why." And so as growing up, I just realized when you ask people why, you really can get to shit. Why? Like if I tweak, I tweak. Sometimes I do tweak and I can't get to it. But like if I can have the opportunity, I remember that day so big because I was like, why? Why you say that? And the way the conversation went, I was like, oh yeah, you treat people like people. More than likely, they'll treat you like a person back. Because at the end of the day, they was like, well, it's just because it seems simple and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? He started off being rude, you know, trying to be funny and shit. And I was like, no, I'm just genuinely asking you why.
Yeah, like let's get down to the bottom of your comment.
Yeah, like you talking about it's terrible. Why? Because I was like, why you said it? He's like, because it's trash. I said, why is it trash though? I said, because as an artist, I really want to know, you know what I'm saying, what I could do to improve what I got going. Well, I mean, are you turning on that water? Okay. So, it just, and then the conversation went. So from then on, I was just like, you know what? If I can, I'm gonna handle every fucked up situation like this. Why you say that about me? And then I'm not gonna get in my feelings. I had to take time. KRS-One helped me with not taking things so personal. So I had like a what people call, you know, the season. I had a season of trying to learn how to not take things personal to get out my ego. But I had that conversation that dude well before that. So I don't know. I just had that conversation. It went like that, and I was like, well, I like how that went. I'm gonna treat people like people, and I know it don't work with everybody, but if I can, I'm gonna always try to ask, well, why? Because even in the battle, I'm like, well, why you say that? You know what I'm saying? Let's say just said some super hating ass shit. I was like, why? Well, it's too simple. And I was like, I didn't think battle rap had rules like that. Can somebody show me the battle rap handbook so I could go purchase it?
And then get schooled up on all the rules that it has that you didn't know.
If you just making rules, who are you? The hell? What is this, house rules? Shut up. Make no damn rules. They didn't say I had to fucking. It was so funny. One of the best bad comments I got though, they was like, what is this, poetry? I said, I'm gonna tell you something. When I didn't write this. No, hold up. My ears. I told them, I said, I didn't write this, but when I did write this, I said, I can send you the screenshot. I said, my very first words were, this is the MC versus the poet. Because I'm a poet at my core. I don't care what nobody say. So it was like, yeah, I was like, that's funny you say that because literally it is. I'm a poet. Like, anyway, like, yes, this is slam poetry. And that's why I said, what's back? But then he started talking shit. I said, well, you talking all this, but what's funny is your homie got beat by a slam poet. If he was good enough, people love to say when they lose, oh, it's because you a female. I'm a paler black woman, but I'm still a black woman. And like a black woman that my neck is like this when I be talking. People don't like me. I say, bruh, I don't approach men docile. I just approach professional with my back straight, hand out, and my grandfather taught me how to shake hands. You shake a man's hand tight and you look him in his eyes. That's all I do. And they be like, oh, you think you would? No, I know how to respect people. Sorry your grandparents didn't teach you.
What are some of the current projects that you're working on?
So I've been working with Interpolation. So they got an album dropping. I'm on that. I'm on a lot of I've been doing a lot of features. Me personally, I have this album I've been working on for years called Courageous Youth, which is really an album for my daughter and like for the youth. It's kind of how Next Gen got started for real because I made that song and I was like, huh. And that's literally all I said. And I just started moving. But then also I'm I had writer's block for like 6 months. So I just started writing again maybe like a month ago. And I have a concept that I want to do called I Can't Make Club Music. And that's what I've been working on. So my band homies, and then I'm also preparing something really cool for the poets out here. I'm getting all the poets together and stuff, and I'm gonna create a poetry tape, like a slam tape too. So not just me, but you know what I'm saying. I'm also put the other artists on. Inner Circle, we're gonna have an intro song type deal. Yeah, I'm probably gonna drop a couple of singles, or I'm gonna have a lot more visuals coming out too, because I've been working with Ashe. So basically, just improving and elevating, finding my people, finding my team that I actually can roll with. You know what I'm saying, and do things with. And then yeah, that's really what all I got coming up. Just doing my music, still doing my 1-2. Every now and again, I have to drop something really profound to remind them. So it's about that time. I have one that I've been working on called Hard Money. So I've been performing it. That's how they all start off as getting performed first. So everybody has the exclusive until they like beg for it, and then it's like, okay, so I got that. But then other than that, I've been working on my live band stuff. So shout out to Ray, shout out to Hayden, shout out to Payne. Oh, also I'm a part of the Battle of the Block. So out here, Denver, Juneteenth, 5 Points has a festival, and this year their headliner is Sir. I went to the radio station the other day to record my piece, but I'm gonna be a part of the Battle of the Block contest and vote for me. Okay. Yeah. Whenever it pops out, I don't know. So, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. I had the live band with me during that set too, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. I did drop Just Watch not too long ago. I don't drop on Spotify anymore because I don't drop on major platforms anymore because everything that's going on with AI and you know what I'm saying, all of them, they don't make money. So you can find most of my new music on Bandcamp because I'm able to make money as an artist.
No, I know I already asked you what projects you're working on coming up in the future, but is there anything that you want people to know that we missed?
No, I'm doing. I mean, we cover next gen. We're doing all this. Just know that I guess I can say just something kind of personal to me, just for like fans. Maybe you could clip it or whatever. I'm going through something right now that's very close to home, and it's dealing with respect, friendship, communication, and I just want it to be known that I will always and forever love everybody for who they are. Whatever that is. I've always been the one. I always say inner circle. You know, you can come here mad. You can hate me all you want. When you're done hating me, come back and say what's good. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I never have bad intentions or try to use people for anything. If anything, I'm always here to compliment and elevate. And one thing I'm going to always do is make sure that I hold my own with my own name so that I can help compliment. And anybody who wants to join in with me, I'm not a burden. I'm a compliment. You know what I'm saying? I'm never on that. I will always love everybody for who they are. All I ask is that you respect. That's it.
That's great. Thank you so much for taking the time out to do this interview with me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure again to know you on such a deep dive level. And this is gonna be like edited and put up hopefully soon. Okay. At least the blog article will get out rapidly, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If there's anything I can do to help your craft go forward as well, let me know. I want to be one of those people you reach out to. I'm a graphic designer as well as a rapper, producer.
You in Denver?
I'm in Denver.
Well, pop out the Inner Circle if you can.
Tomorrow I will pop out the Inner Circle. I've been the first year of living back here in Colorado. I was just kind of like laying low, not really. I was trying to find my like grounds of just like finding my routine pretty much, and didn't really put myself in music. Was doing music every other day in Florida. If not every day, I would just go from open mic to open mic to open mic to open mic, sometimes hit 3 in one. We'll try and hit 3 because I said I need to get the performing in, need to get that energy going.
Yeah.